I want to talk about your book though. So you brought in a copy, Green Enough.
I did.
Has to do with in your kitchen, in the rest of your house, the various ways that you might be undercutting your attempt to be healthy in both eating and cleaning and things like that. So a person like me who doesn't necessarily think a lot about this, what are some of the things that I should know?
So, okay, one simple thing is the less you eat out, the better off you are.
Okay, why is that?
Because the sheer act of processing food, right? They wrap it in plastics, as we've talked before. Things can get in that are not supposed to be there. They're also using preservatives and additives, and there's different. So the more you eat inside your home, you are already cutting all the additives, preservatives, and phthalates, hormone-disrupting chemicals that you would get eating outside. So cooking your food yourself in your home is the first step to being able to dull down these risks. Okay. And I hate to say that, but it's absolutely true. And your grandma was right the whole time. Grandma was right, you know what I mean? So that is one of the first ways. The second ways is, we're thinking about things like pesticides and pesticide residue. The easiest way to null down the amount of pesticides you have in your life is obviously eating organic food. Now, organic isn't perfect, but it's absolutely what we have. And it says something great that we can, so when we're shopping, choosing organic, there's the dirty dozen versus the clean 15. All of this is in my book. It's just so that idea is what you're choosing. But if you literally, yeah, that's a cute thing. That's my video. It looks a little bit like me, right? It was supposed to be exactly like me, but yeah. So dulling down, so cooking and preparing your stuff at home. There's also that idea that watch the packaging that you're using, because packaging and what you're cooking things in is a way these indirect additives, like that's coming from those black plastics, are sneaking into your food. Those things are not. There's no transparency in this system. They're not telling you what's in the plastic. They're not telling you what's on your Teflon pan. They're not really giving you this information. And all of these chemicals have the ability to get into your food. So you also want to be thinking about what you're packaging your food in, what you're storing it in, how you're cooking, what you're using.
So you could hypothetically buy organic, cook it, eat some, then put the leftovers in a black plastic container, and when you heat it up, you could be exposing yourself to more
making it
chemicals.
absolutely worse than it was before. So, and there's a lot of people that don't think about that. We all think about eating organic, and that's easy, right? Because you just buy it, there's the seal. But also think about how it's prepared, how it's packaged, and what you want to avoid plastics and chemicals just in general when you're doing that. So of course, glass, glass containers, those types of things for packaging. And then, you avoid as much as I love Trader Joe's as well, but really they don't need all those plastic with every single thing that they're doing. The less of that, the better. So food is pretty simple, but there's a lot to it. There's a whole chapter in here on meats and cheeses and dairy and eggs and what those certification means and which ones are just marketing.
Some of those words are incredibly deceptive.
Most of it is deceptive, and so it's tough. You know what I mean? I wrote this book because I get a little aggravated as a woman. I need to feed a family. I don't need no BS. You know what I'm saying? I'm tired of people telling me what to do. I have a ton of independent scientists that I rely on, and that's how I created this book, is for the average person who really wants to be like, well, okay, what do I really need to worry about versus what is not a big deal that you don't need to worry about.
That's why I like that it's called Green Enough. You don't necessarily have to do everything.
Right. It's purposely ironic.
Yeah. So we only have a few more seconds. Could you just hold it up so people can see?
Absolutely.
So Green Enough, tips on food, but also household cleaners and chemicals and things like that as well.
Household cleaners, your air, personal care products. There's also thousands of investigations where we've taken all of the thousands of products in the grocery store and put them in bad, better, and best categories to make it really easy on people.
Hashtag be best.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for joining us in the program, talking about the news and also helping us to be a little bit cleaner.
Yes, my pleasure.
Thank you so much for watching this video from The Damage Report. Please don't forget to like the video and also to subscribe to the channel so that you get notified as soon as new videos become available. To hear even more about both this topic and other issues not being covered nearly enough by the mainstream media, you're going to want to tune in every morning to our full hour-long show. That's at 12 p.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific, available on the TYT Network channel on YouTube TV.